Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Victoria 3, where, once again, I suppose we're going to continue... Well, going to continue trying to make the country a little bit more profitable, so that we can start to pay down the debt a little bit. Continuing to colonize Africa, and as colonial bits of it finish, we are making more of it stated. Only about 6 million is unincorporated, whereas the incorporated population is still growing pretty rapidly. Literacy isn't growing as fast as I would have hoped, but I think that's partially because we've got so much migration coming in. Okay, Ferdinand Lasse here is dying. Can only get a Hanti or popular but inept. Sadly, we don't get to see what this character we're getting is. We'll take the bottom one. Okay, we got a jingoist. We're going to get as far as Petit Bourgeoisie. And nothing really interesting. Utopian. A little interesting. Because then we can try to go for something like cooperative ownership, Council of Public Cooperative Ownership, collectivized agriculture. But we'll at least probably want to wait until we get the, the debt dealt with. So electricity's coming online. We could build up more merchant marine. So rubber is actually the most expensive thing in the market. We probably have more rubber demand since last time we built rubber. Rubber supply since the last time we built rubber. So we'll focus on domestic. Highest unemployment to lowest. And then some of these places probably still have peasants. Yeah, some of them still have peasants. Okay, so we'll get that rubber going. It should hopefully help to drag down the, improve the profitability of the nation. Why not actually drive down the other shoes? Welfare payments are up. Production agitation. So SPD is probably going to win the election, although you're no longer a social... so no longer that type anymore, so be a little less stable of a coalition, I think. So, still the most stable coalition. In fact, we can get up to 82 if we kick the grains out. Pneumatic tools for the discovery chance? Yeah, let's go pneumatic tools for discovery chance. And then that was the ability to save more employees without using oil. So what's the oil at? Supply-wise. Only 12%? Yeah, we'll go full compression. Save us another 1,000 workers per farm level. Barely affects the price of oil either. And then working on rubber, which is the most expensive thing we've got in the market. That isn't a luxury good. I suppose I could go around building coffee and tea plantations and such. Oh, I can modernize the Army and the Navy, maybe? Navy. Sure. Could swap over the torpedo boats. Let's do that. Mechanization of farming. Throughput for the moment. Well, we've actually gone through the queue. Well, gone through most of the queue. Could do more iron. Apparently there's a high demand for iron. And we're importing iron, so definitely do more iron. So 900 is 10, 9,000 is 100. So we want like 330 mines. I'm not even sure we have 330 mines to fill up. Yep, I don't have that domestically to fill up. At which point then, to make more metal, we gotta go onto the all market. Could make some abroad from the foreign mines to get the world supply of metal up. Supply of iron. We are the largest importer of iron, in fact the only importer of iron, okay. Okay, there's actually a slight favor to export, so we won't worry too much about that. We'll build what we can locally and then not worry about the export side. I suppose if I want the iron price to come down even more, we should drop the import subvention, or import tariff. I don't have demand for bureaucracy again. Any places that need tax? Yes. Swap more of the wood over to hardwood. Oh, because we had screen mechanized there and intensive grinding there. Down to the wood. Even a little bit more than that. Yeah, that's probably about right. Hardwood for the moment. Maybe we do a little bit more because we're importing it. Importing 2.3, 2.4 thousand. Definitely not that much. I'm not going to swap everything. That should shrink the import of that and decrease the export of you a little bit. Guessing there's just a shortage of you on the world market? Yeah. About a 500 shortage. Which does mean I could probably... It's not a shortage coming about from us demanding... Yeah, that's us demanding it, okay. Let's build 20 of these. And yeah, probably on the luxuries next. Igbo wants to join. here. Establish another colony. Yep. State action. Incorporate states. 2 more to come in. Yeah, so as we're on to luxuries for the moment to produce. So, art. It's actually in development here. So it's 100 levels of art, assuming it's profitable. So sort by profitability. And some peasants. Sadly, job seekers includes people who are not just peasants and unemployed, but oh, and I want this to be domestic, ideally. Here we go. So that's 100, so that's about the art we want to make. And I suppose it's on to the plantations next if I want to try to meet those demands. People. Film unlarked. Okay, so that's probably going to oversupply art, but that's probably fine. You want to combine it with the construction changes, yeah. Workers of the world. Class above nation. In Africa. We are there for the glory of Germany, not for the glory of God. Yeah. So we got no more domestic iron, surprisingly. A little bit on these. Well, assuming I got plantations for those in Africa. We might not. Should be a little weird. Yeah, it's time to put some stuff. Q. So what was like? What was I looking at? Coffee and tea. We are importing, plus have a deficit of about 6,000 tea. And even more, almost 18,000 coffee. Tea and coffee. But fewer places that can do tea than coffee. So let's start with the tea, because the tea is the more expensive of the two. For about 6k. We get 40 each. Sort by peasants, because this is going to displace peasants. Nice peasants. So what, I want 150 levels of tea. 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, let's say. And then coffee is even more. Because that's 18,000. And that's also like 40 each, right? Yeah. It's like 400 coffee makers. Okay, let that build out. Should meet some of the demands for the luxuries here. Living's up to 20.3, and in theory rising. Keep unemployment down and decrease the number of peasants, that should help. Got the highest GDP per capita. Send in the German Fifth Army. I'm basically back to needing government administration. Am I? Yeah. I'll need even more if we try to go for healthcare. Okay. Okay, then my war here the most. Which is probably Brandenburg. Go ahead and well, actually, we'll just try and improve the efficiency of using stuff. 10 there. Oh, there's no one employed there. At least job seekers. Yeah, there's at least some job seekers. Okay, and then we're going to want to go and fix the railways because we have some infrastructure issues. Okay, it's not mostly too severe. What are you providing right now with it? Sure. 40 each. Okay, so yeah, that'll be fine. Pneumatic tools. Construction sector throughput. Building hardwood, and most importantly, resource discovery chance. So I picked it. Do electric arc process. That'll do probably like the last, well, the second last electrification here. Get more steel into the steel mills. And then we'll go arc welding. Which most notably is arc welding buildings as well as the boats. Those welfare payments are surprisingly expensive. Got basically a million unemployed. Okay, so we're only paying like a pounds sterling per person in a nation where the GDP per capita is like 8. Which is an argument to better deal with the unemployment problem, right? Which I suppose what we're currently doing is definitely not doing. But built up the tea a little bit. Didn't drag the price down very much, so we could probably build more tea if we had actual places to put it. Famine in Germany. Harvest condition or something that's causing it. Could also be damage down here from the ongoing war. Oh yeah, damage from the ongoing war. Implement relations with them. About to drop below 25 on the infamy. And yeah, severe starvation's going away as the war-related stuff's going away. Okay, let's build what's left of our capacity to build tea. 15 places to build tea. So yeah, let's definitely have the demand for the tea. And then 8 places where we can't build tea, that we build coffee. So let's get the coffee there. And then what? Sugar is probably the next most expensive of the plantation resources. We do have one place where we can put sugar, so we'll put some sugar plantations there. And we'll let the key work through that. What need group are you in? Applications. Luxury drinks. What else is in there? Wine. So there's an argument that if I want to drag down the tea and the coffee prices, the next thing to go for would be wine. Surprisingly, the wine is already, like, chronically underpriced. Okay. Because there's a preference, presumably, towards coffee and tea to offset the fact that the wine is also in the intoxicant category. Yeah. Intoxicants is pretty large these days. wine, opium, tobacco, and liquor. Let's drop the export tariff on wine exports. Encourage that market to grow a little bit bigger. Okay, below 25 infamy. I need more colonies to start up. Now we have 4 going. We're probably not... Okay, yeah, from the places we could start colonizing besides the ones we're working on, we've already been cut off by the British. Fair enough. From an infamy standpoint, where infamy's lower, may be able to reach out to the British and do some trades at this point, territorial trades. Oh, I see what's happened. The British might be on board with it, but the British colonies are not going to be on board with giving their territory away. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, I need to put stuff in the queue because the queue's empty. Like, real empty. Could do grain, but I don't think that's a good solution. Probably want to do groceries more. And could do groceries. What's the rubber looking like? Domestic rubber. There is some domestic rubber. Okay. It's a lot of domestic rubber. There's some. Then we're going to want rails, because apparently the railways are, or the logistics is getting pretty bad in some places. Oh, lead's getting pretty pricey. Build some lead up, domestic lead. Admin issues again. Let's go and nip them in the bud for a little bit with the government admin expansion. Rock press is almost done. Okay. Go ahead and queue up arc welding after that. Obviously we want to turn on arc steel mills. domestic, please. Please. Okay. I'm going to quickly slap one of these in all the places we don't have one. And then give another week to cycle. I'm going to sort by demand for electricity. You need a lot. It's 120 levels. Ten is 500 times 12 is 6,000, yeah. That's the large size of our steel industry, apparently. Okay. And yeah, apparently we need more construction for the private cube. Land at the top. Oh, it probably doesn't need a lot. Get another 60. I say, and then faceplant into the terrible construction efficiency of East Angola. I wonder why there's an unemployment problem there. The answer is because apparently no one's able to build there reliably. Mass immigration. Kingdom of France to us. Finishes and start hiring. This should start improving the stability of this location. Okay. You know they're bad at that, and these ones are also going to take longer than normal because of construction efficiency issues. Okay, the private queue's got enough construction for the moment. And to be fair, I suppose might be worth not building any more construction because we're going to swap over to arc welded construction soon. Oof, a little bit of stagnation in the GDP there. Hawaiian mass immigration, okay. Oh, Great Britain and Russia are teeing up for fight. Hopefully they'll just let me stay on the sidelines here, because they're like, yeah, I'm allied to both of you. Be a little bit awkward for me to pick a side here. Two parties, SPD and the Conservative Party, okay. This is actually... Okay, so the rural folk are in there probably somewhere as well. Fight for the franchise. Liberal radical modernization. Pro-franchise activist, sure. Okay, probably build more construction sectors. German Volta. These are split states, where that's where the visual bug in there is coming from. Because it looks like I should be able to recruit 30, and you should, in theory, probably be able to do it, but it doesn't want to have the state going over 30 when it's shared between the two, so... Okay, couldn't they modernize the fleet to submarines? What I think that... Oh, submarines got moved to being a support vessel, okay. Oh, and I have demand for a lot of bureaucracy due to the whole... What is that, like a drought? Strike hitting us? Heat wave and extreme winds, okay. Okay, I think we want even more government admin than that. And this will be an overbuild, but that's probably nice for at least some degree of future proofing. Revelator contest. Maybe for the workers. I suppose our need for government bureaucracy is going to go down as soon as we stop colonizing. Because we can start to scale back on that. Well, actually, no, they've still got a reason to hold on to it, right, for taking over unrecognized territory. Days of Darkness? That's only just happened? Oof. Well, that's Krakatoa. Really late in the game. Usually it happens earlier, but... GDP per capita has been 9.2. I think we're starting to run low on peasants at this point. Might actually want to back off on the Social Security to get the workforce ratio back up. So let's look at the look at this sample pop. What is your workforce ratio? 39.1% rising to 45. Backed off Social Security all the way would bring that up to 49%, I suppose. More people migrating to us, okay. GDP costs negative, primarily due to electricity, which is what we're building a lot of right now. Oh, you should be on chemical fertilizers if you're... Oops. Rated. And the best PM you can work with. extremes. Let's get the less damaging the future choice, even though it's probably not going to pop back up again, but, you know. Hopefully we won't have another volcano go off. We're up to 2 billion GDP for only 200 million people, so that's pretty good. Psychoanalysis gives us more bureaucracy, gives us more maneuvers, gives us a little bit more influence, allows us to deal with the infamy a little bit faster. Yeah, probably not going to go after Switzerland or whatever for Protectorate at this point. Could. Can anyone come help them? No. Okay, let's go after Switzerland for the Protectorate then. No one's expected to join their side. Our side, we could bribe people into coming over. I don't think we need to. Okay, let's revisit the need, potentially for more electricity. You hired up? Yes, you are hired up, so that is a need. Luxembourg, independent. No, it's still protectorate in the Netherlands. I don't think I can protectorate the Netherlands, honestly. Without putting infamy into stupid levels. Don't know as much about Belgium. Why have we guaranteed independence for them? You know, I think when we're done with Switzerland, we'll press the form Central Europe button. Groceries? Yeah, I'm leaning towards groceries for the next thing to build. Really isn't more of that grow. Could do more of that. Let's... Groceries, yes, let's do groceries. $1,500, so we can do 100 of these pretty easily. Sort by unemployed. Yeah, sort by unemployed. Except maybe leave X ugly off. Like 10, 20, 30, 40. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Most of these places probably have some peasants, or at least some job seekers that would come over to them. Arms industry is up. Oh dear. Oh, and that's inventions. That's we're importing it. Okay. Lux arc welded steamships. Yeah, that's our arc welding. I think we're gonna be done with the Baroque expecting tier. Here we got a little bit of layer saving to assembly lines and stuff like that. But it's not, I think, a good thing to do necessarily. Let's grab Zeppelins for the Mappy. And then I think it's this one here for Mappy. Go and try to max the Mappy out, tech-wise. Swap the arc-welded ships. Cycle a week to get that updated. Get this all queued up so the ships can be properly built. Irrigation of the construction industry is something on a slower roll. It's definitely, if I need more construction, what we're going to do. I'm not sure how much more construction we actually need. What are we down to? 2 colonies at this point? Maybe 3. Now then we can incorporate there. Switzerland is now a protectorate. So we're looking at nation formation. Yeah, there's a couple in here that we don't have. Like, we don't have East-West. I'm surprised. That's not counting. 2 autonomous. Okay, it needs a not big protectorate to count as being controlled for this purpose. Yeah, we'll wait until they drop them to being a puppet, maybe. And then yeah, we'll pick that button and see if we get basically HRE Victorian edition. From a colonization standpoint, Oh, by a little bit for that last one. But yeah, it's just the 3 places. Expect homesteading, which would actually be a bit of a backslide. I'm gonna say no. Rather royalist than ethno-nationalist, please. I guess I need to do some electrification construction here. Yep, not up to Q's requirements. I'll do 2 more. Yep, the private Q definitely wants just once more. Okay. Some more. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. This is not a smart thing to do, but I'm just doing it. Everything it can on arc welded, everything that can't, just accept that you can't be on it. More minting, lower loans, maximum trade advantage. Cool. In the meantime, more power. Yay. Some of these places probably we need only need like 5. Okay. A little carried away at some of those places. Okay. Let that work its way down. And if we have too much construction, I probably have too much construction, we can disassemble the construction sectors that don't have power. Because we're running out of resources. We're doing a better job at suppressing unemployment. I think it's probably time to back off on Social Security. So we'll start dropping you. let's disassemble the ones that require electricity. Here, one. Let's get rid of that one. Was it just the one? It might have just been the one. Yeah, it was just the one. I think it's time to try to drop expenses a little bit. Oh, someone's starting a double play against... Someone tried to start a double play against us and then stopped existing, I'm guessing. Launch a native uprising against us, and don't exist. So they can't have an uprising if they don't exist. Any more domestic iron? There is, actually. Same thing, lead. Oil. Apparently some gold. Okay, we'll do some railways. Some infrastructure issues. Actually, decent amount of demand for coal. Let's go ahead and build out our coal supply then. Probably making the infrastructure worse in places, but... Okay. See how that queue works itself out. We need something in the queue. Then I suppose from a law standpoint, would changing tax laws generate more revenue? $500,000. Probably better off not bothering just raising taxes. Want to get the debt down. Oh, that might not even lower the debt. That's a little worrisome. I suppose I only don't have to go bankrupt for another 30 in-game years. So what, that's... 3... No. 50 times 30, or 50 times 30 is... 1,500 weeks? Yeah, the current debt rate, we're gonna go bankrupt in that amount of time, okay. Probably do something to fix that. In the meantime, improve Mappy. Mappy will hopefully help. there. Such shameful exhaustivity. Okay. Cushions, no trade capacity, please. Am I still the world's lone supplier of cars? Yes, I am the world's lone supplier of cars. And it is incredibly cheap in our country, probably because it's owned by a corporation. The corporation has completely collapsed the price. And yet they're still profitable, so fine. Accept that. That's fine. That just shows you how valuable and profitable car manufacturers are. You don't have assembly lines. In theory, that would be profitable here. Industry is profitable enough. And then motor industries. I suppose they might be cheaper. Yeah. We got oil and rubber reasonably cheap in the market. That's the main reason to do assembly lines. Well. Think they added a rubber to assembly lines? Conveyors. No, oil and electricity. Okay. Electricity is a little more of a meh. So now it's inventions. So I'm going to trade and check by only traded. Okay. So I'm going to drop those inventions at this point. So we stop paying money out in subventions. We stop paying money out in subventions. Porcelain. Okay. Oh, because I have it on. There we go. Okay. That'll make a lot of places a lot less profitable. But we'll help a little bit with the budget. And the next one would be subsidies. Yeah. Probably time to stop subsidizing those. So I think the only thing I'm subsidizing now are ports, railways, power plants, and trade centers. I figure the trade centers should be profitable without me subsidizing them. So it makes sense to maybe cut that subsidy as well. Sure. At least as we improve map. As we improve Mappy, then they probably want to move to where they're needed. Or where they'd be more cost effective and not just be wherever they were for other reasons which have since passed. Okay, what to invest in next? Could do more food. could do more fish. We're importing fish. There is some export demand for logs, for wood. So we can do some more logging camps as well. Okay. Put a place with some coal mines in the queue. And that's our geo extraction. Social Security dropped a tier. Saves a little bit of money. Here he raises the workforce ratio a little bit as well. Okay, so Piedmont is now a puppet. So once we do that in Switzerland, we'll go ahead and press the button, become Central Europe. And I need stuff to build again. Or I suppose I can just downsize the construction sector. You know, if I want to keep the construction sector running, and I kind of do think it is time to build abroad. Russia. Can I have investment rights? Like 5K. Yeah. Yeah, we got a market to build in. Oh, the Russians are interested in having their oil sector owned by the Germans. Apparently, they haven't discovered the Baku oil fields yet. Shame on Russia. Such shame on Russia. Gold's usually not a very good one for foreign ownership, but we'll build it. I'll do rubber as well. We still have demand for things. Expand the worldwide fishing industry. Let the key work down a little bit there. Now, if only America would stop hating me so we could do the same with America. I'm hoping America has discovered, you know, the wonders that is American oil. Yes, America has discovered the wonder that is American oil, so America has oil. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm importing oil from America. I am the leading importer of oil, and America is the leading exporter of oil. The British, hot on their heels with 27,000 of their own, yes. And with everything I'm now doing, I'm now turning a profit. Revenue generation. Okay, we'll work the government debt down a bit. Hopefully the private sector will, you know, buy up all the stuff I'm building. The good old days. I give you wheat, you give me investment transfer. If you're that desperate for wheat, yeah, you can have some wheat. Other side of the fence. Okay, I'm gonna burn this letter. Political migration. Benjamin Humphreys. Yeah, let's not let the ethno-nationalists come in. We're gonna discriminate against the people who discriminate, you see. Bourgeoisie fears. Reform against the revolution. Nope, I'm at the point where I need more things to build. Do we actually want to help the communists here? They will become my subject. Which would make France my subject if they win. Okay. I suppose we're a hit. Okay, there I should have put a save in, but well, looking at the time, this is probably a good place to put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, we're gonna attempt to get a communist France as our subject in the next part. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm gonna take a short break to sip about half my tea, and then we're gonna get back to playing. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.